left. Come play the lottery? The machine just broke.
What do you mean it broke?
I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Now I know your mama beat the black off both of us if she know we ain't play them numbers.
The winning numbers 42, 33, 4, 32, 45, and 21.
Grandma.
You okay, boy?
We won the lottery. We won!
You weren't on the A list to get in Death in a Funeral, and you weren't on the B list for a Tyler Perry movie. But if you floated somewhere around the C or D, then maybe Ice Cube snapped you up to be in this movie.
Hold on. You're telling me that this movie is about somebody black winning the lottery?
Yes.
What is it, science fiction? What is it, fantasy?
No, black people win the lottery all the time. Yeah, they do.
70.
Science fiction is if you have money left after a few months. If you didn't blow your money on rims and a house that you could not afford.
That would be science fiction.
Yeah, if you've survived the black tax. But nah, man, what is this? Well, I guess it's kind of self-explanatory. Bow Wow. He ain't little Bow Wow no more.
He's still pretty little.
But he just goes by Bow Wow.
He's a tiny guy. I mean, the thing is, it's like, you can see him dropping little Bow Wow. He's like, hey, I'm a grown man now. It's like, yeah, but you're only about 4 foot tall. So
mid-sized Bow Wow.
It makes you wonder when he's going to go to people and like say, call me Mr. Wow. I'm a man now.
They call me Wolf.
Or you can just call him Wow. But
isn't Lil Wayne still Lil Wayne? I mean, he's not just going to be Wayne because that doesn't sound very rappy.
I don't know, but like, he's in jail.
Hey, you ever seen Big Wayne?
He's raping Lil Wayne right now.
That's his little mini-me now.
Little Wayne guy's in jail, so I guess if you're a rapper, you should never start your name with Little anything.
Yeah,
Little Kim still in jail, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Little Bow Wow dropped that shit quick. It's not because he wanted to be respected. Like, I don't want to go to prison right now. Yeah. But man, so he wins a lottery ticket worth what, $370 million?
Yes.
God damn, that's a lot of black people gonna be knocking on your door.
Yeah,
a lot of cheeseburgers.
You'd have Mr. Drysdale over there. Nobody gets that.
I know. I'm glad you said it. We didn't have to. Kids are like, Mr. Who? Is that a lot of kids are
a black guy.
I know. A lot of kids are thinking, who's this rapper called Mr. Drysdale? I ain't never heard of him.
He lives next door to Dr. Dre. Yeah, you know, it's Lil Bow Wow and his best friend Benny, Brandon T. Jackson. The two of them and Notori Naughton, they just pal around the hood, and they're trying to be respectable. He got a job at Foot Locker, but he's confronted by hood rats everywhere, and he don't believe in the lottery, but he plays anyway because he gets fired. I mean, the big conflict in this movie is a big thug named Lorenzo who's out of jail and who's basically Debo from Fridays.
Yeah, I was going to say from the trailer.
Yeah, you see the trailer.
Debo.
I mean,
with a name like Lorenzo, how can you not be? Yeah.
Right.
Damn, and Debo was played by what? Zeus Tiny Liston?
Yeah. Right.
If you thought that dude's name is crazy, listen to this guy's name. Gabinga Akanakabage. I'm not lying. Hey man, I didn't say your name right. Don't come on and be my.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you met this guy, you would make sure you would pronounce his name
You'd
correctly.
be practicing.
The guy from Lost, Mr. Echo. Right. I'm not even gonna try and say his name.
Oh yeah.
18 syllables in that guy's name.
Oh shit! I'm looking at a picture of him. His nose is big. So.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you know what? Debo was scary for back in the 90s. This guy's scary for now. Like,
Debo's Mark II.
Yeah. Well, he just walks around, just, you know, hey, come here. And it's almost like they don't dare not go. They're like, don't look at him. Don't look at him. Hey, I see you, Foot Locker. Get over here.
Oh.
Say, man, why you even look over there? See?
Where Debo used to like snatch people's bikes, this dude not only snatches your bike, but puts it on a chain and wears it with you still on it. And then when you spinning on that trying to get away.
Well, tell me. He gets him over there. Just to tell him, like, you know what?
What?
Well, he calls them over just to give them a detailed account of how he would have raped them if they had been in prison.
Oh, wow. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, that's scary straight right there.
Yeah. I think Zeus just ran away.
You know what? I don't think he's into this with the bullying.
And it's that kind of thing where, like,
another agenda.
You know, you think about saying, like, man, that's gay. It's like, no, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
You keep your mouth shut.
In fact,
it's not even you keep it shut because you don't want nothing entering.
And he'll do it too. And if he does, your head just explodes. No, that dude, it ain't gay. He does it just because he can. But
so he pretty much tells I forgot the main character, Bow Wow's name in the movie. Can you look it up right there?
Yes, I can. His name is Kevin Carson.
Kevin. Yes, that's right, Kevin. So he tells Kevin, he's like, hey, Foot Locker, when those new Jordans drop? He's like, oh, Wednesday, I guess. All right, I'm going to come in your store and I want 3 pairs. Three for me and 3 pairs for both my boys.
And one for my grandma.
And he said,
my boyfriends.
So he's like, oh, are you going to come in and buy them? He's like, fuck you. No, you going to give them to me. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you better be there. And you better give me those shoes. And then sure enough, he's at his job at Foot Locker. He's got an asshole boss who's like, all right, you late. He's like, man, don't even start with me. And then sure enough, Lorenzo and his boys come in, pick out shoes. He's like, you gonna hook us up? And he's like, you mean like help you at the register? He's like, if I was gonna pay for them, I wouldn't need you. And they just take the shoes, walk out.
See, this is the point where you buy a gun.
Like that, I would have just been like, hey man, what do you want me to do? If y'all gonna steal them, you're gonna steal them. I'll just say I didn't see shit.
See, you think that?
I would have just pointed at my boss and said, he said I couldn't.
No. You think you like, hey, look, I'm not doing nothing. The boss can see, like, I'm not telling him to take them. He does. He walks out when the boss calls the cops jack him up. And Lorenzo says, like, hey, my friend right there said I could have these shoes.
Oh.
And the boss is like, did you say that? So he's got the cops looking at him, but then he's got Super Thug looking at him like, you better say it. Yeah. So he's like, no, I didn't say that. Right, you a dead man.
Hey, so,
you consider your ass raped.
Yeah.
So do any of these characters win the lottery?
I know. You know when you leave to Leon gonna act out the whole movie for you.
I'm not. It's just like, to me, I had to set all that up to show you like the kind of danger that he was in at the beginning. So from here, even though he does this, his boss fires him. So he just decides, fuck it, I'm gonna go buy a lottery, get stuff for everybody to get a lottery ticket. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't believe in it.
He
but
is a black guy, so he's
yeah. And he happens to get the one guy who gets a ticket that wins. And so from there, it's like, okay, if I can keep this a secret and then go cash this in, me and my grandmother can move out of projects. Everything will be happy, good times.
But he tells somebody.
He only tells his friend.
Oh,
but his grandmother tells the neighborhood.
Because you can't tell nothing to a black woman because she get on that phone in a minute. I would not tell my mama shit if I didn't want nobody to know.
Exactly.
Man, you can't tell a woman, period.
Any woman, you can't tell them nothing.
Yeah, because the first thing she's going to do is get on the phone, baby, you ain't going to believe this. Yeah. So, of course, so not only does he have to worry about getting raped by the new Debo, but he also probably has all kind of cousins showing up, all kind of friends,
he's
women
got everybody in the
up.
hood. He's got the hot chick who wouldn't give him the time of day, who wants to fuck him now. He's got a gangster. Keith David plays like the black Godfather. He has Terry Crews as like his driver / bodyguard.
Yeah, how many big Negroes in this movie?
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah. Oh, it's full of them. I mean,
You're making this sound like the Black Expendables now.
I know. I'm surprised Schwarzenegger didn't pay themselves black and step up in here.
They couldn't make this film on the second floor of like an apartment building. It just crashed
I'm going to get you sucker part 2.
So just to give you an idea, like the kind of pressure he's under, Keith David makes him borrow $100,000 from him until he can cash the ticket. And don't tell him what the terms are. Just like, oh, you're not accepting my friendship? Sure.
You know Keith David got that voice. You're not accepting my friendship.
Yeah. And he's like, tells Terry Crews like, hey, you babysit them. You drive them around. And so he, with them to spend all the money, they have like the best time you could imagine. Him and his buddies in that limo, hitting strip clubs, taking that girl out, doing everything. They spend
I do that every
last dime of it.
That ain't a big thing.
In Second Life. Come on.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
But he sets himself up to where like, okay, he owes the gangster $100,000. Lorenzo gets out of jail and comes looking for him.
So he owes Lorenzo some ass. All right.
And
like a Mike Tyson story, except with a lottery ticket.
Yeah. And he can't cash his ticket because it's 4th of July weekend. So he's got to wait it out the entire weekend until Tuesday before he can even get this money, with Lorenzo coming to not only beat and rape his ass, but steal a ticket from him.
Well, you know what? I have to say, and I'm not making a joke here. I like this kind of, with the setup here. I like this whole thing of because it pretty much is, you have to survive a weekend.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in this movie. Like I said, there's almost every fucking person who's a B-list in Hollywood.
Every
is in
black
this.
person in Hollywood.
Yeah, almost. Like, but who's the like one of the best cast members in here? Because you got people like, in addition to who you talked about, you got Loretta Devine.
Loretta Devine is
you got
his
Mike
grandmother.
Epps, who plays like a
preacher.
preacher in this.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like a small role. It's a little bit more than a cameo, is what Mike Epps has.
And then we got Ice Cube. Damn, the Ice Cube got old, boy.
Now,
Did Ice Cube direct this?
No.
But did he produce it?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Because I mean, he's in it playing a guy who's older than he is. He's like the crazy old man who lives down in his basement.
Oh, so that's makeup. Because I was really hoping like life wore Ice Cube down.
I know.
It's only so long before he made so many children's movies.
No.
He's starting to look like his dad in Friday.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And I got depressed when I saw him with that big ass gray beard because I was like, what the hell happened to him and Ali Sheedy in the past year? Like they turned into Yodas.
Where did you see Ali Sheedy?
Oh shit, dude! Yeah,
yeah.
I saw her in
Look at pictures. Yeah, go
Star
look
Wars:
for her.
Attack of the Clones. No, it's Ice Cube. You know, he's got makeup on. He's supposed to be the old man, and he plays up a little too much. Everything is, come here, youngster. Let me talk to you.
Now everybody's talking about how Ice Cube, not the greatest actor in the world, because he kind of does the same thing. Even when he's being sweet, he's still Ice Cube. Now, don't laugh at me, but this seems like a stretch for his acting career.
Well, you know what? I will say this: when he first came on doing the affectations of being that old man on the stoop, I was like, all right, tone it down a little bit. But as the longer he went on, it's like his acting got better and he became believable as the character he was, as who was basically an old washed up boxer.
So what's up with the gloves? Don't you used to box or something?
Used to? Still got a little something.
And you box anybody I know?
You ever heard of Muhammad Ali?
Have I?
Larry Holmes, Ernest Shavers, Ken Norton, Ronnie Lyles. I even knocked out, what's that boy named? Leon Spinks. One knocked them teeth out.
What, you think I'm lying?
Look, man, I was their sparring partner. They used to give me $300 a round to spar. That's big money back then. I never got my shot. I never got a real fight. But hey, I'm here.
So why they call you Thump? Is it because you hit hard?
They call me Thump because I hit the canvas hard.
And unfortunately, the climax of this movie, they give away in the trailer, and it's something with him. It's like, why'd y'all tell me this was going to happen?
And by the way,
Ice
Ice Cube is one of the producers on here.
Yeah, no, I figured he had to be, because the problem, like the negative part of this movie is that it tries to be the new Friday. There's so much about Friday, just different references, lines taken from it. The setup where you got the two guys, that Brandon T. Jackson, he's clearly supposed to be the Chris Tucker character.
And Brandon T. Jackson, he's the only black dude in Percy Jackson with goat legs.
Well, he's trying to be comic relief, but he's just not that funny. He doesn't have the charisma of
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
And that's too bad, because I like this guy. I mean, when I saw him in Tropic Thunder, he was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, a lot of it is they don't have just the same funny stuff written for him. But, when you watch Chris Tucker, you can tell there's a lot of it he's making up on his own, or he can just sell lines. And Brandon T. Jackson is not able to do that. And Lil Bow Wow, he's an okay straight man. You like him. He's got a charm. I mean, he's that one character who's trying who feels like he's stuck in a situation. And the thing is, there's that point in the movie early on, it's trying to be Friday light, just here's a Friday you can take your kids to. But it's just I could do without this.
Well, no, it is the template for Friday. I mean, you got a guy who's trying to survive the forces of the projects.
Right.
Including,
and a scary bully.
And a scary bully. You got your sidekick. I mean, at any point, did this guy, Brandon T. Jackson, light up a joint or anything?
Well, Ice Cube has spent the majority of his career trying to recapture that magic from Friday. That thing what was it that made the first Friday such a great film? Even the Friday sequels didn't come.
I was about to say, I think he tried another 5 times, and
but the thing is,
he goes straight to video now.
Like Friday was like Clerks, was this little sort of not underground movie with something you didn't expect, and it was kind of raunchy, which is what made it so funny. Ice Cube has since done the, Are We There Yet movies, so it's toned down to more of a type of family on. So there's no drug reference. I mean,
Okay.
a movie about the projects where nobody's doing drugs.
So
is
we don't
kinda-
get no marijuana references.
No.
So
I
it
mean,
is science fiction fantasy.
And even the Friday movies started like kind of toning down. I mean, I think they got to a point where they were PG-13 or something.
Well, it's one of those, like, I think that he's missing the point entirely. It was that raunchiness that was part of why that movie was so funny and so good.
Yeah.
If you take all that out, then it's just kind of, you're just kind of see-through with what you're doing. I want to make more money by selling to a wider audience.
Yeah.
It's not going to be funny.
Well, it might not be as funny as the Friday movies.
No,
but, I mean,
it's not nearly as funny, but it does have its charm. And once the story really gets going, like more of the conflict comes in, there's a point where I felt sad about it, where it's just like, man, this poor kid, he really wanted to get out of the ghetto. And
they kept pulling them back
he just can't. I mean, between, the bullies and the gangsters, he's like, this, what should be his ticket out is getting him in even more trouble. And at one point, he just gives into it. Like, when he's spending all that money, you just watch him feeling like nothing good is going to come from this dude.
He should have bought a ticket to Africa like Dave Chappelle did. He managed to
Would have
escape.
gone somewhere and mailed it to a proxy to take care
I
of
know.
the story. Something. Something.
That is the thing. You watch the whole time thinking like, what would I have done? I would have gotten out of there. But it's like, but if you actually don't know anybody and like, oh, you got all this money, but you don't have the money yet, so you still broke as shit. You don't even have a job.
Damn, you making it sound like this is an art film that has a sad ending. Like at the end, he actually does get raped. Well, you thought he was gonna make it and survive.
I suppose if it was an art film, that is the way it would have happened.
And all the events are just lying there.
And it just ends with him like on the floor crying as it fades out.
Yeah, with a shoe in his ass at the Foot Locker.
It's like Todd Solondz's.
Yeah, Todd Solondz's lottery ticket.
So was there any laugh out loud moments? Were any of these guys funny at all? Was this movie funny? Period.
Well, no, it was funny, but it was more of a funny.
Ah.
And not a ha ha funny. Mike Epps is funny, and like his being the preacher, I thought was gonna be kind of tired, but he actually was able to make me laugh during it. And there's some places here and there where some things happen. Ice-T's a good character. You have a lot of good characters.
Damn, they brought out Bill Bellamy, man. I ain't seen that brother in a long time.
Bill Bellamy is on the screen for 30 seconds.
Yeah, because he had something to do. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he shows up as a character called Do-Rag, a wannabe rapper.
I like Bill Bellamy, man. Isn't he on a TV show now or something?
I'll be in
Yeah,
a
he
movie
is.
for one rib.
Yeah, for one. Hey, fuck the sauce. Just give me the read.
Put it in my hand.
Yeah. But so what would you give this then?
You know what?
I mean, it sounds like it might not be laugh out loud funny, but entertaining.
It was. That's the perfect way to describe it. And you know what? I give this somewhere between a high rental and a low matinee. Probably a low matinee. 'Cause
Okay.
once it was done, I was like, you know what? I actually am glad I saw it. I wasn't completely nonplussed by it. But, don't expect too much. And when you see the trailer, they show you so much of it, but it is good to see all the stuff in between.
Yeah,
And how
yeah.
it gets to where it is.
Cool.
This was a remake of a 1967 French Expressionist film.
Shut the fuck up. Oh. Actually, you know what?
Leon knows me too.
I believe
No,
you.
it wasn't.
As far as laugh out loud, I forgot Terry Crews. And Terry Crews actually has some laugh out loud.
Oh, Terry
moments.
Crews is always funny.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, if he could sing, that guy'd be a triple threat.
I love Terry Crews, man. Yeah, no, I did. Terry Crews, and it makes me feel better to hear that because I'm like, man, I have not seen Terry. Even when Terry Crews is trying to be funny in the movie, I'm still laughing.
He's
Yeah.
the best giant scary black man working.
Yeah,
Yeah, he really is.
I'm afraid that if I see him in real life, he'll beat the shit out of me because I'm gonna laugh at him.
I always want to see.
you laughing about? I don't know.
But he probably started laughing too as he's beating the shit out of you.
As he's beating the shit at you.
I always want to see that dude wearing his wig from Idiocracy. I always, every time when somebody says his name, I just picture him as that character with that long ass wig, with all the beautiful flowing in the wind.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was the president.
Yeah,
and he had
the best president that movie ever had.
I'm voting for him to be the next black president, Terry Crews.
I was hoping Obama would be smart and it would get him to be the vice president, just in case something happens. We'll be safe.
We think you're not actually born in America. What?
What you say?
Nothing.
We blame you. What? No, you're doing a fine
Oh,
job.
well, then
sir.
they can have Debo as the chief of staff. He was the president too in Fifth Element.
Nobody in America would have a bicycle after that.
You know, last night, I dreamt that I was waiting on the number 17 bus. You'll never guess who was driving when the bus pulled up.
Who?
Jesus. And I said to him, Jesus, what are you doing driving this bus? You know what he said to me?
No, ma'am.
He said, child, it's a recession. Times is hard. That's what he says.
Carson, I know you didn't ask me, but how did Jesus get a license without a birth certificate? It makes no sense.
Out. Go.
Gotta think about it.